absolutely perfect way to start the weekend. 1:14 the time. Welcome to a Friday edition of the Afternoon with Ed show here at the all-new Voice of Laguna, sitting directly across on the iconic Lifeguard Tower on Main Beach. A beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, sunny, clear day. Delighted to welcome in for a special edition of the Artist's Corner today, Griff Cowan. Griff Cowan is going to be at 7 Degrees for the next 3 weeks. A magnificent artist, and if you have yet to meet him, now is your opportunity. Welcome in for the conversation, Griff. How are you?
I appreciate that. I'm doing real well.
Good. It's good to see you.
Good to be out here.
All right, and so you're going to be at 7 Degrees. I'm curious as to your selection of what you choose to exhibit. What's that process like for you?
Well, for the show at 7 Degrees, I just wanted to pick a variety of what I can do.
Right.
So I have about 7 to 8 paintings.
All right.
That are just, technique and ones that I really favor a lot.
All right. And you paint all the time, every day?
All day, every day. The past decade, just about.
Is that a comfort? It's a comfort zone for you?
It's the only thing that makes me feel good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the paint can never go wrong.
Right.
If you put your emotions into it, your good intentions are always going to come back around and be rewarded. You know what I mean?
And were you that kid in school that always drew on his notebook, or
actually not? I didn't really start painting until I was 24, 25 years old.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. And do you prefer acrylics, oils?
Pretty much always acrylics because I paint super fast and
right.
I don't have the time to let the oils dry.
And are you currently? If you're working on a project, can you focus on more than one project at once? And
I mean, that's probably been something I've done for always.
Right.
When I'm painting, I'm probably painting on like 3 pieces at a time. Right. And then the studio that we used to have is also a music studio, so I would play music really loud right in my head while I'm, painting like 2 or 3 pieces.
Right. So I want to talk just briefly, make a left turn and go into your music for a second.
For sure.
You are you write music, and you have a catalog of hundreds or maybe even thousands of songs.
Yeah.
Are you thinking of songs as you paint, or are you thinking of painting as you write?
I like that question. It's probably the opposite. I'm thinking of painting while I'm rapping.
Okay.
When I paint, I don't really, think. It's just more of some medium type of energy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So I would say the opposite.
Okay.
But I always have something running through my head, you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Because it all comes down to like patterns, whether it's with the music or it's with the paint. It's
right.
like a coated palette.
Right. Right. Your style, your style of paint, your style of art, and your style of music, which is also art, blending the two.
I think I finally got to a place where, with the music, I have the freedom as I do with art, because right. I wasn't classically trained with art.
Right.
I was more just studying masters, and I had a little too much structure to the music before, so now I'm able to, be free, be me when I make stuff. Right,
right. It is hard to operate under structures that you didn't, just regular structure. It's hard to operate under structures.
Oh yeah, especially if you're painting.
Right.
If you're in a zone, you're painting for, half a day, a full day.
Right.
You don't want to stop if you got something going,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm tripping back to your music now for a second. I know you write. And do you perform?
Oh, yeah. I rap, so
all right.
I love
That's
hip-hop.
perform?
Yeah, I love hip-hop. So
all right.
For a long time, I've just been making songs, a catalog of songs, and I'm going to drop them hopefully this year or next year properly, like with my own vinyl cover that I paint, and just doing it the way that I want to see it done. Right,
right. So the cover of the album will be something you've painted, you've created, and your style of rapping. Do you already kind of have the music behind the writing? Do you already have that kind of set in your head?
Oh yeah. A lot of my homies do reggae.
Right.
So it's kind of like I get the live instruments in there.
Right.
For a lot of it, but then there's also the hip hop aspect. So
right.
It's kind of cool to be in the studio with them. They're so talented,
right.
and it's just a different flavor to throw in the mix.
Right. Yeah. Never take my advice, but I say throw an accordion in there every once in a while.
I like that. I'm German. My grandpa used to have one.
So let's talk about the show at 7 Degrees, which starts tomorrow.
tomorrow at 6 p.m.
At 6 p.m.
So I'll be showing for about 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then,
Are you going to be there every day?
yeah, I'm going to be painting outside, playing some music, and just talking to people who are interested in the art.
All right. And the art that you create outside, do distractions bother you?
I mean, I think they favor me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I like to have people come up, say something, or have a weird interaction. You know what I mean? You can throw that into what you're painting.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And this is coming from somebody who knows nothing about anything. If you're in the middle of creating something out front, and you want to add it to the collection that's inside, is that a possibility?
Oh yeah, I mean it's got to find its place though.
Right.
I feel like we spaced out the pieces.
Right.
In that spot, I paint pretty big work, so
Okay.
they're 5 foot by 4 foot.
Right. And in your mid-20s, what got you started?
I lost my best friend, and at his funeral, my grandma passed away. It happened when I was 23.
Okay.
So then I was fighting depression, and my friend gave me a canvas and some paint, and I just really felt, really passionate about it.
Right.
Because it was something that you could do, that you control. You know what I mean?
Right.
Even for music, you have to rely on other people to make the tracks, or your,
Right.
it's more than just you. But with painting, you can put your whole soul into it, and it's really just something that you are controlling. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm guessing that first piece that you created was a specific honor to either your friend or your grandmother.
Oh yeah, it's pretty much a perspective. So I built something called the Ninth Realm. It's suicide reversal utopian design. Okay. It's basically just what I stand for, and so I paint a lot of things with nines in them, and just with a good message to back it.
Right. And I don't want to make you uncomfortable with these questions, but I do want to know about your friend and specifically what happened.
He passed in his sleep, and then I got a phone call when I was out with friends, and so I didn't get to see him that night. He was doing something else other than hanging with me.
Right.
And then my grandma was on hospice, so I was watching her.
Right.
And I was away from my best friend, but it gave me, an understanding that you could be old, about to pass away, or you could be young,
right.
And
right.
it's you never know. So everyone you speak to, you should value their time, or you shouldn't really speak to them,
Right.
People will give anything to have the last chance to be with somebody they love,
Beautifully stated. Thank you for that. The music you write, have you written a song or two to honor them?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I mean, before his funeral, I was writing a track, and he appeared, and I easily wrote it, but crying, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I have a couple of songs that, it would be hard to even perform them.
Right.
But it's, I do a lot of things in tribute of what he taught me, what I learned through, just losing a good friend, losing people like that,
Right. Well, right on for your courage, first of all.
My homie Hadar.
Right on for your courage, man. Do you ever paint something that you never want to show, that's just for you? Do you ever paint just for you?
I mean, I always paint just for me.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
The more you start thinking, like, I'll paint for a long time, and it's something that comes up, and you're like, ooh, maybe somebody won't want this on their wall. You know what I mean? But fuck it. I like the way I painted it, So it's always like that. I'm just painting for what I feel. I see them as like physical portals.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're able to transfer energy and put it into something physical that will last and, affect people in a negative, positive, They might back off and feel disgusted from a piece, or you never know,
Right. The actual curating of the art that's on the walls at 7 Degrees now, is that you that spaces it, that puts it on the wall?
Yeah,
this one on this wall, this one over here?
Yeah.
And is that a huge part of it?
I mean, to me it is, but it might not be for other people,
Right.
Like I'm very particular on how the color flows just off the head.
Right.
Because there's certain things that just look right when you match color.
Okay.
But yeah, we picked it up. We picked all the pieces out and hung them up how I thought they should look.
Right. I'm going to read a question from Diana in Queens, New York, who wants to know where she finds your stuff online, if she can.
No. Hi, Diana. You can find all my pieces, prints, and not all my pieces, but my pieces, prints, and some merchandise like shirts on my website at griffcowan.com.
Okay, and we'll roll that again, and just before we let you go, but I'm not going to let you go for a while, man. This is a fascinating conversation, if that's all right.
Thank you.
The from the 7 Degrees exhibit, what's next?
I'm moving studios right now, so I'm just trying to.
Oh, that must be fun.
Yeah, I moved them all once. Like I have a bunch of paintings and stuff. We got out of a building,
Right.
got into another one, and then now I have to move again into a new studio. So
Okay. Wow.
finishing the studio is what's gonna happen after that. Hopefully.
Is there a perfect place to work, and is there a favorite spot to write music, for instance, and is there a separate favorite spot to create art?
I'd say wherever you feel comfortable or uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I want to be in a space where I don't feel, the right things.
Right.
And that brings out better art. So I don't know. Wherever you're at.
Right. A little discomfort is often, it's
an advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's bungee jumping.
Yeah.
It's a life skill. It really is. And color is so important within a painting, and I know that there are minimalist artists that don't abide by that. But before you lay the first brush stroke on the canvas, do you already have an idea of the finished product?
Oh, I never do.
Okay.
So the way I paint, I just throw a bunch of different colors and I stack them on the canvas, and then I kind of sculpt what I see out.
Right.
So it's, and then I'll flip it on its side, and if I see something else, that inspires me, I'll choose that direction with the painting.
Right.
So a lot of my paintings are like 6 or 7 completed paintings deep.
Right.
Just trying to search for the best thing that I can pull out of it.
Right. And you say that your works are large. Most of them are large. Are there times where you're just doodling at home and you draw something up and you go, yeah, this needs to be on a much larger
always.
Right.
It's like you'll wake up and you'll just go through a bunch of sketch pages, 10, 15 pages with an oil stick and throw stuff down. I never really transfer bigger works from smaller works as far as, the composition.
Right.
But, I'll tear out 100 pages of a book and sit there with a Sharpie.
Sharpie's the most magical creation ever, man. We're talking, if you're just now joining us, we're talking to Griff Cowan. And he has an exhibition at 7 Degrees. It starts tomorrow at 5. And it goes on for 3 weeks after that. You can look and find his art on griffcowan.com. Last name spelled Cowan. Griff with 2 F's. The type of art that you admire that isn't yours, what do you like? What do you see that you like?
I mean, I studied a lot of Henry Taylor.
Okay.
And back in 2017, I went to the Whitney Biennial, and I saw this piece with the cop shooting a black driver of a car, and he had his eyes that rolled back of his head. It was a very powerful piece, and it just inspired me to, paint things that are real, even if they're hard to look at or address. You know what I mean? Because even if somebody's ignorant, the image of what's being painted will stick in their head if they want to address, the problems of the earth or not. So I like anything that could just make you, feel something.
Right. And that's what art should do. Art should absolutely make you feel
100%.
something. It should make you think. It should sometimes repulse you, and it should sometimes just make you dabble in its beauty, if I could say that. And so there's the two ends. The consumer of art nowadays, has that changed since you were 23 and started? The what offends people and what doesn't, what they go, has the consumer of art changed?
I mean, I think as a whole, yeah. It's a little more, to me, it's a little more jokey, you know what I mean? Like a gimmick to some people.
Right.
And it's easy to, it's not easy to have the confidence, duct tape a banana to the wall and tell you it's 6 million or something. But,
Right.
There's a lot of games that take place in all of that. And I just feel for what art means to me and what the craft means to me, I'm gonna always do something true, even though it's possible to do something that would sell easily and it's a little less connected to you. I'd rather make stuff that is like, I'll keep a piece instead of sell something for like 20,000 or something. Where's it gonna hang? It's like if somebody's gonna look at the piece, how does it inspire them?
Right.
Those are things that are very important to me. I just want my art pieces to go to places where they're appreciated, they're loved, and to doing something for someone else.
Right. And this may be an unfair question or an impossible question to answer, but if you've got a blank canvas in front of you and you start to paint your inner self, what color do you start with?
Turquoise is my favorite color.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. A beautiful, perfect answer.
Yeah.
Thank you for that clarity. Once again, Griff Cowan at 7 Degrees starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. You can go to griffcowan.com to scope the artwork, some of it. And then when will we hear your first song?
I have a couple songs that I dropped from like 2018, but
Okay.
I'm working on a project with my brother Aaron. He's an engineer,
Okay.
and hopefully we drop the whole thing before next year.
All right. So Aaron's a
So
music engineer?
Yeah.
Oh, right on, man.
We just got to get the studio back up
All right.
from moving places.
All right. That makes, you know what?
And I overthink things, so it's kind of like I want it to be perfect.
Right. Okay. So
It's always like people. It's the same thing as a painting. People are like, "Oh, yeah, that's a good piece. You're done, and you should stop touching it." But good isn't great. And great isn't incredible. So it's always just trying to pivot.
Right. So you are, even if it's a finished piece, you can go back to that finished piece and go,
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what? This is what I need to do with it.
Yeah, because something that's just a good painting. Is a good painting. I'd rather take the risk and try to pull something greater out and maybe screw up a good painting to get an incredible work. That's.
That is so admirable. First of all, that's admirable, and I can just.
It's frustrating when you spend 15, 16 hours and then you make the wrong brush stroke or something. You got to keep going, but I love it.
All right, and I wish you all the luck in the
Thank you so
world
much.
in the coming few weeks. Once again, Griff Cowan at 7 Degrees starting tomorrow at 5. Be there for 3 weeks. You'll be painting just outside the door of the beautiful 7 Degrees. It's a great location, by the way. Great
it's
spot.
awesome. It's
a
beautiful.
great spot. We're glad to have you here. I'd love to have you back at some point, and when you drop your next project, let's do it together here in this radio station.
Definitely.
All right, Griff Cowan. You can find him at griffcowan.com. Thank you so much for taking the time
Thank
with
you
us today.
so much. I appreciate it.
All right, I appreciate you. 1:32 the time. It's the voice of Laguna, and that was Griff Cowan.
Sometimes I want